For centuries, the many castles of England have outlasted the countless lives that once walked their cold, dark corridors. The untold stories of those who lived and worked inside often hang between the stone walls as barely audible whispers, never to be passed on to the living. But every now and then, the dead come screaming back, looking to tell their tale to those who are willing to listen. In 2018, a brave investigator at a fortress on the southern coast of England was rewarded just such an opportunity. Hurst Castle, commissioned by Henry VIII, was completed in 1544 on a remote tip of England's shoreline to ward off invasions through the strait between the mainland and the Isle of Wight. Besides those manning the garrisons through harsh winters and constant threat of attack, the castle was at times also home to prisoners, smugglers, and the unlucky wounded brought to Hurst when it was used as a makeshift military hospital. One fearless ghost hunter has made frequent visits to the basements of this landmark to find any number of those souls who could still be haunting those very same passageways today.
My name is Tony Ferguson. I'm a paranormal investigator from Southampton, England. I swear I saw a figure on the back wall. It's very dark and dingy in there. There's no lighting, so without a night vision camera, you won't pick up anything on a normal camera. On this particular day, I was in the castle for around about 2.5 hours. Each location that I went to, you could feel the energy building up. I knew straight away that I was being followed.
So usually with castle hauntings, people will usually see apparitions of the former residents of the castle. Like they'll just appear randomly when you're not expecting it.
There's hundreds of years of political intrigue where people have suffered betrayal, torment, arrest. Every castle has a dungeon or a prison where people are incarcerated, abused, they die. That results in residual hauntings, that is reenactments of things that have taken place in the past.
If there is any spirits here at all, can you try and appear as a mist, energy, shadow, or show us what you look like?
As I called out, this mist just came out of nowhere, past the window towards me. I felt it, like an air pressure go past me, and I knew straight away that there was something there.
It's a very common technique to kind of speak into the dark. You're asking questions to kind of stir up activity or to get some sort of response. The idea behind that is to get answers into who might be there haunting the location.
The mist was pretty compelling. It seems like mist is what most ghost hunters get on camera. I don't know how it ever forms back into a ghost, but I guess that's just how they travel. And quite frankly, I'm jealous.
But Tony was after more than just the appearance of a mist.
Can you try to manifest around the window, please? A little window. Try and appear around there as much as possible to prove to me that you're there. Come on, try and appear around it. The best form you can.
Suddenly, Tony got even more than he could have asked for.
To my naked eye, what I saw was basically a figure just over 4 foot tall, old clothing, weird looking eyes. It was almost like the eyes were drawn out. They weren't there.
When you're an investigator, this is what you want. This is what you're going for. This is what you're hoping will happen to you.
What he picked up on camera is pretty amazing. Did he pick up on an apparition, some kind of intelligent consciousness that survived its own bodily death? It's certainly something that would pique my interest and it would keep me going back there for more.
From where I saw the spirit, you couldn't get behind the actual window. The tunnels are too small, too thin for any human to actually fit through. There's no way possible a person would fit through there and move as freely as that spirit did. So it validated for me what I saw was a spirit.
Apparitions tend to move in different ways than a real person does. They glide, they float, they dematerialize and rematerialize. That being said, however, there's always an exception to the rule, and I have collected cases from eyewitnesses where they have seen some sort of phantom figures looking very three-dimensional, and they have no way to account for it.
So, could this fully formed specter have been the ghost of a former Hearst Castle resident, whether willing or unwilling?
I spoke to a few of the maintenance guys, and they said they've seen a few things. If it's happening quite frequently, it just shows that there is something there that's trying to get their attention. There was a lot of activity down below in the basement where they may have locked people down, prisoners. There's a lot that's not been recorded. So for anything that's happened down there, no one will know. So if I do go back in the future, I'm going to try different methods to help them do as much as possible to get their story across.